Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at that awesome part of the day where we're doing our duo tournament. Every single day for the next 15 days, we're going to be taking a look at duos going toe-to-toe against each other. It's going to be awesome. We have so many duos. There you can see, hashtag MLG Scumpshot, 89%. I'm impressed. Mo Sassin,
they got
11%. They got some fans out there.
Man.
Old school Mo Sassin. We saw that awesome Assassin montage, man. You saw just how good of a player he truly was. And, of course, Assassin's... Moho's montage, Assassin's 1v4. It was pretty awesome. I think at this point now...
I think Scumpshot won this one.
I think Scumpshot... But let's take the fan vote away from it. You would still say Scumpshot? Yeah. Agreed.
Scump's so good.
Scumpshot definitely progresses through. So we'll update our bracket for you.
Yep.
On that. Now, it's worth mentioning
Now,
tomorrow,
do we want to talk about tomorrow's matchup?
Definitely.
All right, we're going to highlight tomorrow's matchup.
Are we definitely going to do this one? Are we definitely going to do that one?
Yes, this is going to be tomorrow's matchup.
Well, it actually makes sense. The bracket's up.
Yep, Scump and Nate advance past Assassin and Moho. And tomorrow's matchup will be the one that everybody's waiting for, round one. Aches and Teep going up against Pac-Man and Wheats.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Get your tweets ready.
Wednesday's match, I can't help it. I'm so excited if we go to the bottom side of the bracket.
Oh, you're going to do it.
You already know what I'm going to do.
You're going to do it for Wednesday.
We're going old school versus new school, baby.
Big T.
Rambo and Big T versus TJ and Hook. That is going to be awesome.
And then I say we close out the week with Killa and Mirror versus Ricky and Bose.
Why?
Why not?
Why not? Two from the top, two from the bottom. But again, just to go back to that top side of the bracket one more time so you guys can fully see. Aches and TP versus Pac-Man and Wheats tomorrow. It's going to be good. That's going to be great. Of course, Nate shot the Scump.
Hashtag Wee Man.
Woo! Wee Man! I'm voting Wee Man. Just because.
The chat wants Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man wins. Pac-Man wins. Well, that's going to be the games for the rest of the week. As we said, Nate shot and Scump progressing through. So, hope you guys enjoy the idea of the Ultimate Duo brackets.
Let us know if you enjoy it.
Bringing out some different ideas and different content to the ESR, but something that we can start with and then build from. That's for sure. But moving on. With that aside, tomorrow,
done with that for today. Tomorrow will be lots of fun.
I just want to do another one. I just want to do
I wish we could.
We should do that. It should be the ESR, just the whole thing. We just do that. But moving on. Pro League recap. Some of the games you guys may have missed. Friday. It's interesting because we both kind of looked at the recap today and we were like, wait, when did this?
I was like, did we cast this?
I was
like, I had a long weekend, but I usually remember everything.
Yeah, you normally have a good memory. But of course, Friday's games were rescheduled games from, I believe it was Tuesday or Monday. One of the 2 days, teams having to reschedule the games because flying back from Club Champs, etc., 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 etc. But 7 p.m. kicked off with Prophecy versus TK. And I'm upset that we didn't actually get to see these games because it looks like on paper, at least, some of these were very, very good. There you see, game one, a solo hardpoint. Prof picks up the win. It was a 194 to 182 point game, Matt.
Yeah. Nice win from Prophecy. You know, Apathy obviously, crushes for them. And then S&D Drift, that went in favor to TK in a round 11, 6-5. So Prophecy has a chance to go up 2-0 right there.
They did.
Kind of choke it a little bit.
Comeback uplink, game 3. TK wins. Is that a typo? 18-3?
No, that's true.
Comeback uplink, 18-3. What were Prophecy doing?
I don't know. Theory had 13 uplinks.
That's a record for comeback. Theory set the record.
And then that's fairly impressive.
That's awesome.
Biolab CTF, that's where the series ends. 4-1 in favor of TK. Been near the bottom of the top 8 all season long. Really important to get a win right here, but you got to imagine their roster changes dramatically.
Yes, they going to be making team changes. They're already tweeting out a little bit of FA-ness. Looney saying time for change.
Right.
So you can expect to see a change come with TK very soon. But TK leading that series now. I believe it was 2-0 against Prophecy. So yet to lose in the season so far. Moving on. Another game at 7 p.m. It's amazing to me. This is the 3rd time these two teams have played each other now.
Right.
Optic Gaming versus TCM. I feel like every single time there's a Pro League game, it's these two teams playing in it. Optic ultimately wins 3-2 and leads the series 3-0. But it just feels like every time they play, it gets closer and closer. Apart from the
except from the hard point. Oh man.
Yeah, it's Biolab hard point. Optic Gaming wins 250 to 89.
Yep, that's a blowout. TCM though blows them away on the next 2 maps. So they
Terrace
take
S&D, yeah.
Terrace S&D 6-1. Comeback uplink TCM takes 17-4.
All right, that's surprising. That's kind of the flag on the play there.
I mean, we saw FaZe Red beat Optic on this at COD Champs.
So what's going wrong with Optic and Comeback Uplink right now then? Because it used to be one of the better maps. Now they just seem to can't buy a win on the map.
I mean, you don't know what happened there. It could have been that quad NJ host for Optic. No 2 or 3 West Coast players. It's kind of difficult to deal with.
But 17-4.
I mean, look at how it's crazy the score difference is the next map. Obviously, probably some issues there for their, you know.
What?
Yep. Biolab CTF ends in 9-1 in favor of Optic Gaming. And then Optic Gaming goes on to win Drift, S&D 6-3.
I'm going to be honest. That doesn't make any sense.
But it's there.
9-1 and then a 6-3 win.
People in the chat are saying it was a little bit of like host war, so you can see that with the scores. I mean, first map you figure was an Optic Gaming host. Next 2 were TCM, then the last 2 were Optic Gaming.
I mean,
you can see that.
That's ridiculous. But Optic bounced back after the loss to FaZe. So OG is actually 0-2 versus FaZe. FaZe the only team that's actually beaten the Pro League. They're doing pretty good.
Then the 8:30 matchups.
Yes.
You had Optic Gaming going up against TK. This one ends very fast. Optic Gaming sweeps Team Caliber 3-0. Detroit Hardpoint 214-210. Very close.
Wow.
Solar
this whole
S&D,
series is close.
Solar S&D, Optic Gaming wins 6-5. Close one there. Comeback uplink the closest one, but still Optic Gaming wins 19-12. Optic on a 4-game win streak. Just looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, that's a big sweep. The first 2 games are close. Kind of what you expect to see from Optic Gaming and TK. They've been close all kind of, almost every time these 2 teams play. At least the matches are pretty close. So, interesting, that's for sure. Game number 2 at 8:30 p.m. was Prophecy versus TCM. And Prof actually managed to get the victory again 3-2. So TCM losing all these games in horrible, horrible fashion. Got to feel sorry for them. You ready for game 1? Detroit Hardpoint, 225-223.
In favor of Prof. Then TCM wins the next 2. That's a tough one. I feel like TCM always goes up to like 2-1, and then they never win.
Yes, I agree. They won Biolab S&D 6-1. Biolab CTF 4-1. Before going over to Comeback Uplink, Prophecy wins 12-11.
TCM needs to start winning some games.
I mean, it's getting dangerous, though.
They're
falling down that hole.
Not to say they're going to be completely out of it soon, but no, you get into that 4-12 area. That's kind of desperate. You know, once you're in that area, really just kind of searching for wins at that point.
Again, another heartbreaking loss for TCM. Lost both series on the night, 3-2.
Yeah,
can't really buy a win, but Prophecy recovered from the loss. TK managed to be able to win. So that gives us a look at our leaderboard as it stands right now. Starting at the top, Optic Gaming sitting pretty comfortably there at 10-2. Denal in second place, your Call of Duty World Champions, 7-3. FaZe even 6-6 in third, fourth 6-6 TK, fifth Team Justice 5-5, as are Optic Nation 5-5. So you can expect on that first page, OG already making a team change with Karma.
Yep.
Denial, World Champions, they're not going to make a team change. FaZe, definitely going to be making a team change. What happens with Optic Nation, though?
Oh, their roster's going to change completely as well.
Yeah, massive.
I think it's just kind of bound to happen. I mean, you look at the lower half of the league, I mean, TCM all the way at the bottom, really struggling, 3-7. Envy right there, 4-8. I think Envy, though, they have a chance to climb out of that. They're going to get a whole bunch of new talent in there. I think there's a good chance they make it out.
But
Elevate.
Let me ask you this before you continue. If you're in a team like Envious, how attractive is it to go to a team like Envy knowing you're 4-8 in the league?
It's difficult.
Tough, right? When you could go to a team like Prof, 5-7, still, you know, not amazing, but
but you figure if you go to Envy and you have a good team, you can beat TCM most of the time. You can beat Elevate. You figure that.
Yeah.
You can probably get by Rise.
Yeah, you should be able to get out that.
AR, is that like a guaranteed loss? You should be able to get. I mean, there's really only 3 teams that I would say are guaranteed losses. You should be able to get out of that.
Definitely. Roster Mania, of course, going on right now. Trades going down. We've touched on a lot at the beginning of the show, but you know, I kind of expected something to happen today. I'm surprised something hasn't happened.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything come through.
It's actually kind of surprising. I really did expect something to happen. Maybe the subreddit has something to say about that. For now, however, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to take a look at the games that are going on this evening in the Pro League and how that's going to impact the overall leaderboard. Give our predictions on each one of them as well. Be right back. welcome.
Ben is eating.
I was totally not eating anything.
Ben was eating.
We got free bagels today in the office. Bagel Monday.
Bagels are good.
Bagels are great. I love bagels.
Yep.
Anyway.
Nutritionally good for you.
Your Xbox is purple?
Our home is like tanker.
You're such a girl. Anyway, Pro League preview. The games which are going to be going on tonight.
Yep.
I'm excited. There's actually some really good games.
There's some very good games tonight.
7 p.m.
Yep. 7 p.m. games. You have Rise versus AR. Rise is 14 and 19 in map count, while AR is 23 and 21.
What do you think of AR since they made the team change?
Yo, Happy crushed the other night when we were watching that.
Happy's good, huh?
He was really good. It'll be interesting to see if they are done making moves or if they make another one
more. I think you'll see Theory head over to AR, in my honest opinion. I think it's a good move for Theory. I think he'll fit in well.
Is it a good move for AR?
Great move for AR. Despite the map count, though, Rise is 4 and 4. AR is 6 and 6. Interesting. 6 teams at 500.
Teams at 500. That's
crazy.
absurd.
All right, so how do AR separate themselves, Matt?
Make a roster move, start killing everybody. Kind of what they need to do.
The pro analysis from Mr. Exley.
Well, I mean, they have a good chance to upgrade their roster post-champs. I mean, that was a great placing from them. People want to go there. It's like a hot destination.
Definitely.
Cash in while you can.
What do Rise do, though? Because they're in the same position.
Rise is in a different spot. I mean, they weren't at champs. None of their players were at champs. It's a difficult thing to pull new players. It'd be like, hey, this is a great spot to play. When you're 500, you didn't qualify for champs. You're 14 to 19 in the league. Huh?
Do you still have that pen? Where did the pen go? Put on that. Always has a pen with it.
I love that pen.
All right, so prediction time.
Give me AR.
You've not been very good at.
AR.
AR win.
Yep. Don't listen to me, guys. Probably wrong.
I'm agree with you, which means you're probably going to be right. I think AR take that pretty comfortably. The new additions. I just think AR look pretty set. You have to pick up that one against Rise.
Justice versus Denial.
This one, I don't think is going to be as easy as everyone thinks.
Octane has been like the breakout player of the league so far for me.
It's been so good. Denial leads the series 1-0.
Yep.
Obviously, Denial 7-3, Justice 5-5. Denial is just one of only 2 teams with over a 500 record.
I got Denial in this one.
The other one.
Denial and OG they are the clear-cut best teams right now.
Yes. I'm gonna say Denial wins that as well, but a win here for Justice would be massive for their momentum going into the rest of the season as well. You know, just beat the Call of Duty World Champions, that'd be huge. But I don't think they can pull it off. However, if you say that that's a 3-2 win, wouldn't surprise me. If Justice take a couple of maps off them, definitely a possibility. The next game, though, this one is really interesting. TCM versus TK. This is a must-win kind of evening for TCM if they're going to try and turn that 3-7
The thing about
around.
TCM is, like, they always play teams close. You never know who to pick in their matches. I mean, it doesn't really reflect it by their record, 3-7. But all the matches I feel like we've done of them outside of the first night have been like 3-2 or like close 3-1.
I feel like they're always losing 3-2. And they're losing against like Optic Gaming, for example. They played them 3 times.
So TK is 21-26 despite their 6-6 map count. TCM is 16-25.
With a 3-7 map count.
You know what? I'm going to take TCM. TK, you don't know who's going to be playing with them tonight. Theory said he's a free agent. Is he going to be playing with them? Looney seems like he's on the way out. Is he going to be playing? Are they going to be using Neslo as a sub? Don't really know what's going to go on. I got TCM.
You know what's really weird? I was hoping you were going to say TK, because I was going to say TCM as well. It's partly because you already know players tweeting out, like Theory, practically an FA. Is he really going to be playing in league games?
You don't know.
And if he does, are they really going to be playing at TK's full potential?
You don't know.
Probably not. So I actually have TCM in that one as well. It's about time they pick up some wins in that.
Last match of the 7 o'clock slate of matches. Optic Gaming versus Prophecy. First time we will see Optic Gaming's new roster, I believe, will be tonight.
Yes, it actually is. Oh, that's interesting. OG are about to steamroll through.
OG's about to steamroll people tonight.
That's going to be, what, 3-0?
Yeah, it says here, Prophecy in need of a boost. A win over Optic Gaming would be just what they needed. Yep, it would be, but not going to happen. Optic Gaming with their new roster.
All sorts of gods.
It's going to be sick to watch.
There really is nothing.
I think that's the one I'm going to try and get into cast.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's not really much to talk about in that one, though, other than Prof probably going to dominate. 8:30 p.m., though. This is, again, where it gets a little interesting. TCM versus AR. Now, we both have TCM winning game number 1. Going up against Automatic Reload, though, I don't think they can do it
No,
twice.
I don't think they beat AR. I think AR wins this one. I think AR is kind of a team on the rise.
They are. I mean, TCM, it says here, can't afford to fall further back. Technically, they could, but, you know,
No.
an 0-2 day today is going to hurt them drastically. 1-1 is...
It crushes them.
1-1 is essentially bare minimum at this point. You need to be playing for
They
those
can't
2
go
days.
0-2 days.
They're lucky because they only have to play up to gaming one more time. So they kind of have that on their side. A little bit of a blessing in disguise, but they need to go hard against that game. I mean, AR needs to win these games too, but they have a great chance of going 2-0 tonight.
I think AR does go 2-0 tonight.
And that's huge for AR.
No, that is. Especially, you know, if they can get Theory in there as well, even bolster their roster even more, that'd be huge. Denial versus Rise, an 8:30 matchup. I think Denial takes this one pretty easy. You know, Rise doesn't have a good hardpoint or uplink game. I mean, Denial, very strong in both those game modes. I think, obviously, Rise needs to steal, you know, one respawn, win the S&Ds, force a game 5 to have a chance. I think Denial, though, ends it before there.
Yeah, I don't see them. Matt, to be honest, I think maybe they win the S&D. Maybe. But when it comes to respawn, Denial is too strong. This one, this next game,
this is gonna.
Please get in this game. Please cast this game.
We're gonna try.
TK Optic Gaming again.
So it's a
rematch
rematch.
Of Friday's matchup.
Rematch of Friday. Optic Gaming wins in a sweep on Friday.
Yep.
I mean, you can't get better than a sweep, so I'm gonna have Optic Gaming in a sweep.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it gets much swifter than that. I think I'm gonna go with a redo of that. I think OG's roster is gonna be, especially when you have a new roster and it's just formed. Everyone's super excited. You know, the vibes are really good. I think it's gonna be a good night for Optic
No
Gaming.
nerves for them at all.
No.
Knowing that they're going in with such big expectation.
No, the expectations. The expectations are to what? They won 3 events with the Nate shot. Like, they won 3 out of 5 with Nate shot. Like, what are the expectations?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right?
I guess. So OG win that one. So far, for the first time in ESR history, me and Matt have agreed on every single prediction.
I hope we disagree here at the end.
All right, last game of the night. Prophecy versus Justice. Prof has a chance to defeat 2 of the top 3 teams in the standings.
Yep, anybody has a chance.
This would be big for them. Justice looked pretty good. Of course, it's 5-7 going up against 5-5. Justice leads the series 1-0. Matt, who wins?
I'm going to go with Justice. I think Justice is going to win this one. I like this Justice squad for some reason. They don't have a lot of players that people know about, but from what we've seen, Octane is very good.
Well, I agree. So, for the first time ever, we've actually agreed on
all
every
of them?
single prediction. All 8 games we have agreed on.
That's crazy. That's never happened. We're bound to be wrong somewhere.
I mean, Justice is 5-4 in CTF. Prof is 2-8. That's pretty abysmal. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love those guys, but that's really not good at all. So that was a look at the Pro League. For now, guys, we're gonna head over to another quick commercial break. When we return, we got the bottom line. Me and Matt just kind of thinking about some interesting topics, and as well, we're gonna take a look at the subreddit, browsing it together, thinking, giving our opinions on what you guys at home are talking about.